dating, dating statuses and all of that, and how it's going. So I came across a post on Instagram, and it's a text message post. And I'm going to actually read it. So the guy started off saying, "Hey, this is Vance." The girl says hi. He says, "Hope you've had a good day. I'm excited for tomorrow. I can pick you up if you're not, I can pick you up, but if you're not comfortable with that, we can just meet there. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like getting some ice cream in this hot weather. LOL." She said, "Sorry if this may come off as rude, but I don't do ice cream dates. I'm a 26-year-old woman, and a date like that seems like the absolute bare minimum for me. Meeting up would be a waste of both our times since we probably don't have the same vibe. Best wishes." And he said cool with the shades emoji.
Wow.
What are your thoughts?
This generation is lost. We are losing.
Okay. Why do you say so?
Because I feel like, at some point, we are hot girl, city girl advocates ourselves. And of course, I'm always going to be here for women demanding the best out of life. Yeah. But I do feel like these girls these days, for her to say she's 26 and she deserves this, and the other, I'm just thinking like, do you really at 26? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that we're not being realistic about where everybody is in their life and what is a real date. Like, a date is supposed to be to get to know each other. And he didn't say that was the date. He said, "I feel like getting some ice cream when we meet up." Yeah. I feel like that was the prelude to the date. That was the like, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name?" Yeah, it's hot. So what do you want to do? Like, she didn't even let it sizzle. So it's like, damn, thirsty.
You know what? I see both sides. I ain't mad at her. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not mad at her. Now, I do agree with what you said, and you definitely in the generation where it's like, your first date, motherfuckers ain't trying to spend a lot of money on the first date. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to see, do we even vibe before like, we go on a whole, full course meal type of date. However, I'm glad that she has already shown herself in the beginning.
Facts.
She's shown herself in the beginning.
She set her little standards.
Exactly. And it's like, if she's the type of girl that, you know what, ice cream as the first date. Like for me, I'm not gonna lie, ice cream as the first date is not my preference. Am I gonna say absolutely? Am I gonna reject him like that? No. Would I go? I probably would go. Like, okay,
it's nobody's preference. Nobody say, "Hey, take me on a date."
Of course, but I'm saying, but for her, she's like, you know what? I don't even want to. If that is the first date, it's like she want the whole like red carpet. It's official. You know what I'm saying? Like something more, nice whatever restaurant. If that's what you want, that's what you want. It clearly showed, they're just not on the same level. And I don't even think that it means he's broke. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't mean he's broke. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just wants to let's just be casual. And then from there, we see where it goes. That's okay. But to her, she like, I ain't got time for casual shit. I want a straight up, give me the full course meal. You take me to, Ruth Chris or whatever.
I do also feel like, okay, here's what I be playing devil's advocate for the guys. I do feel like, for the first date, if we haven't interacted enough, I'm not going to take you there for the first date. Okay. And I think that, that's women have to stop acting like, hey, the first time we ever meet in life, you need to ice me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I just feel like with when somebody suggests like minor dates, that feels like they don't know you at all yet.
Yeah, of course.
You get what I'm saying? And I think that like this expectation, like, if you don't even know me, you don't have to know me, but ice me out, do this, do that. It's just unrealistic, because it's like, it's the same way as like, I'm not gonna cook, clean, or do any of those quote unquote maternal or housewifey things, and I barely know you as a guy. Don't ask me on our first date, hey, you know how to cook? Could you cook a little something? Yeah. Because I'm going to feel like, boy, we don't even know each other yet.
I agree with that. Yeah. I think to have that expectation, it's a lot. But for me, also depends on the age of the guy. Majority of my first dates have been like we go out to restaurants.
Yeah, of course, go to a restaurant.
Now, it depends on now, not all first date. Maybe the first date may be like a casual bar type restaurant. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then moving forward is more of like a nice, upscale, whatever. So absolutely, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm just like, maybe ice cream, because depending on the guy too. If it's a 30-something-year-old guy, maybe close to his 40s, and he's saying ice cream, I'm gonna be like,
But he didn't even say to me. I'm like, I think that she jumped the gun because he did not say that was the first date.
I'm just saying in the general scope of first date now.
As a first date, that's the whole date.
Yeah.
No, because like after ice cream, what else? Like how long is ice cream? So no, that cannot be the full first date. That's why I was like, she jumped the gun.
Yeah.
Because to me, it was clear that he was just saying, all right, y'all.
As you said, she said her standard. I mean, the last little date I went to, it actually was at a coffee shop, so it's actually quite equivalent. It's quite the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Did it go anywhere after that? It did not go. It did not go anywhere after that. Was it because
of the coffee shop?
It wasn't because of the coffee shop per se. I think it was just a combination of everything. Like I don't think we clicked. You know what I'm saying?
So imagine he spent $300 at Ruth Chris and y'all ain't clicked.
And that's his problem. I think I'm a good date. Okay, people have told me that going on dates with me has been their best dates. Well, top dates.
With me is amazing.
But it doesn't have to be $300 type of date, you know. But yeah, that was just the tea. Like, you know, are we expecting too much, or are men lowballing it too? You know what I'm saying? We gotta find a happy medium. I do think
both is happening.
Exactly.
I do think a lot of both is happening.
Exactly.
Because like I have been, you know, I've been on the apps, and I think that some guys, their idea of like a first date is like, nothing.
Let's link them. Let me drive up in the car and let's come in the car. Let's drive around.
Guys are too like, because what I notice is like men, they don't know how to plan like a elongated date. Yeah, I would say that much. Like they think, because like they think of like one place. Like I was listening to a podcast once, and she was talking about how her date was like the whole day. Yes. And I feel like it was able to even go that much because the guy thought of different activities. Yeah. And all of those experiences were not like, oh, we going here, we going here, we going here. Like one of the things was like a couple's massage, which was the most expensive. But a lot of it was like a botanical garden, a bookstore, something. Like, let's go here. And I think that when guys are dating, that's why I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I would like to believe like we start at the ice cream shop or coffee shop or whatever and move to the beach and then go get some lunch and then go skating or do like a series of activities to get to know each other.
I have an example. I saw on TikTok a girl was talking about her experience of being on the app too. She said, you know, she chatted with a guy, good conversation, nice banter, whatever. They were feeling themselves. And in the midst of conversation, he was like, wait, are you a feminist? You know? And you know, when guys ask that, it could mean either two things, where it's like maybe you're just trying to have a deep conversation, really trying to know, or you're like, ugh, you stand up for yourself. Exactly. No, I'm against it, whatever type of thing. And she's like, whatever. So conversation. I guess she was telling him about maybe some past experience that she had, and it was kind of one of those like, maybe it is. He was saying like, maybe it is you. No. Actually, she was saying that with the conversation, it was more like she doesn't have expectations of gender roles, you know, in the sense of like, you could cook one day, I could cook too. Like it shouldn't just be me as a woman like
doing everything.
I'm always cooking, and you as men, you're only paying the bill. You know what I'm saying? Like let's switch it up. It can't just be that strict gender role, you know. Yeah. And that's when he asks like, "Are you a feminist?" Okay. Basically saying like, you know, as a man, I don't feel like there's a need for me that I have to be the one cooking. But she's like, oh, I'm a high figure woman in the sense of like I have a high, you know,
I have a high demanding job as
exactly
well.
And it's like, why would I have a high demanding job, all this kind of stuff, why would I not be coming to be a wife and clean your toilets? Why would I degrade my lifestyle to say because of my wife I'm the one cleaning up the house 24/7, I'm the one cooking 24/7? We finna hire help for that.
That's how.
And you have to know your status. So anyway, long story short, they banter, whatever, cool conversation. Then he was like, oh yeah, let's meet up, you know. And she was like, oh yeah, this is where I stay, so let's look for a middle area. He sent two options: Starbucks 1, Starbucks 2. Your mouth dropped. Okay, exactly.
He bogus.
Exactly. So it's like certain things is kind of like, so they've never met before though. This would be their first time meeting.
Oh, okay.
You know, so again, it's
but
like,
why would you send me two Starbucks options?
Exactly.
That was already like you being rude at that point.
You couldn't look for a decent coffee. You know, there's some nice coffee shops,
a cafe, a little, nice little bistro.
Come on. Starbucks with this 5 miles, another one 2 miles away.
Like, I don't like, and that's why I do feel like dating apps are destroying dating in a way, because it's like it don't even allow people to feel energy, because it's like a lot of time the way it used to be. At least I imagine, because I wasn't really dating like that before apps. But like what I imagine it used to be is like, you meet somebody's energy and you're already engulfed in their energy enough, you want to do a 90s day. Like you, but I feel like with the apps, it's like, I don't know you. You so fine, quick, you sexy. Let's see what I can get out of this, but I ain't trying to do too much.
It's let's link up.
It's everything is a link up.
It's like, you know, it's like, oh, let me drive by real quick and you could come down, meet me in the car. I got some drinks in the car. Hell no.
No, and men do that.
That's not what we're doing. I'm sorry.
They do that.
Or like, you know, let's just, no, we're not doing that. Let's
God forbid you live in a nice apartment. They got something. They automatically done made your apartment the spot. And it's like, no, I'm not going to go to my game room.
On our first date, you instantly, you the game room.
Because I got some stories. but like, come on now, relax.
Exactly. So I think it's definitely on both ends that.
No, for sure.
So women be doing too much too. You know, we ain't gonna spend $1,000, $300 on a date on the first time. Okay. Depending on the man. Okay. And also, men don't be wanting to do nothing. Like, come on, don't be cheap.
All right. So speaking of, you know, a woman who demands her worth in her own way.
Okay.
So you guys know Sukihana was in the news. Was it not like 2 news cycles ago when we were just talking about everything with Sukihana and YK Osiris and everything? So she's back in the public eye. She's back doing interviews. We're not gonna talk about her OnlyFans video that leaked. We just gonna.
Why are we not gonna talk about that? That's the prelude. That's the introduction.
God. Okay, we can talk about it. So Sukihana did have a OnlyFans. I didn't know she was on OnlyFans to this degree. I ain't gonna
not anymore. She said not anymore, but she was during like COVID time and all that.
Oh, that was a lot of OnlyFans. So she was on OnlyFans, and I guess a former video or something leaked out. And in that video, it was what was supposed to be squirting, but it was giving very much urine. So that was basically what she was doing. She was using the rose until she urinated. So that leaked.
Wow, so you've seen the video?
Don't act like you ain't send it. What? You sent it.
There. You say you want to see something. Let me help you out.
I never even said that. I woke up to the group text with Sukihana busting it wide open. So then, you know, following this, Suki has been trying to, I don't know if what she's trying to brand herself as, in all honesty, because when we first met Suki, she was a rapper, and now she's a porn star.
So basically, she did like a podcast interview with someone, and they did ask her about this, you know, and she said, "I'm an adult entertainer. I'm a rapper." But also an adult entertainer who happens to be a TV star, like is on Love and
so she a porn star, there, right? Okay.
So she said adult entertainer. She didn't say porn star because we don't have videos of her like actively doing porn, whatever. But she said adult entertainer. Hey, whatever you want, sex worker. Hey, whatever you want to call it. So she was saying. So the guy was asking like, what do you think about those people that said like, oh, it look like pee? She's like, I pee on myself. I like peeing on myself.
Okay.
And he was like, people that view this as this is disgusting. This is not a good way to represent women, especially black women. And she's like, I've been disgusting. I am disgusting. I don't know why this is bothering you guys. I'm a girl from the hood.
Period.
This is what I do, what we do. Disgusting. This is my form of hustle. You know what I'm saying? She do whatever she can to put, the typical phrase of, put food in my kids' mouth and roof over my kids' head.
She had a man though, right? Or they broke
Not anymore. Not anymore. So that's what she's doing on like all these other hoes who be sucking dick for free, sucking 20, 30 dicks, whatever. Y'all should just don't be in public. But yeah, my shit is in public and this is me. I never claim to be anything else that I'm not. It's not no secret. So it's like, this is me. So y'all can't find nothing on me and try and make it seem like, ooh,
you can't shame.
There's no expose. There's no shame. Exactly. No shame in the game. And she's like, I ain't trying to represent anybody.
She's not.
So now as the collective, especially, I feel like as black people, we have this chip on our shoulder where like we feel like we have to be our best 24/7, right? Even we regular folks, we feel that. So now we also have these expectations from celebrities too. Like, you're a black celebrity, you have this major platform, use it well, carry your stuff in a certain way. Are we putting that? Is that too much that we are asking for them? Do we ask for too much?
In my mentality, I don't put that on celebrities to represent themselves in black excellence all the time. Okay. Especially people that have proven to not be educated. No shade, no tea.
To be from the hood.
No shade, no tea. Because it's like, okay, for example, I was watching College Hill recently. And as I was watching it, all I kept thinking was like, damn, these people are stupid.
Ooh.
Like,
stupid is the word?
Stupid is the word.
Yikes.
It's really like, y'all were able to do other things in your life that, you know, worked out for you, but y'all do not have the sense.
They're not sharp at all.
It's dull.
Ooh.
And, you know, so it's like, I think that this celebrity culture of America be putting too much on people. It makes, you know, just because we see you, they make them important. Sukihana from day one has never presented herself to be anything related to black excellence. She has never said she is a freedom fighter woman. Okay. If anything, her only advocacy has been for sex liberation. And she stands by that. And she lives by that. Yeah. Other than that, and you know, making sure that you get these money from these men.
Okay. Don't get pussy out for free.
You know, like, I mean, I think she stands by what she stands by. I think that, like, when people say that, that's a cop out to black women, because black men don't get asked that question at all. Like, nobody asks Dirk, hey, yo, Dirk, when you make all these albums about killing people and shooting them and how you smoking on packs, is that the great representation of black masculinity? Okay. Like, nobody asks them that.
That's very true.
So,
besides the expectation or like black excellence, what do you think of her behavior? Do you feel like, oh, this is morally wrong?
I mean, it's not my cup of tea. I would never do it. But I think that it's a space for people who do it, right? Like, I do, you know, I admire sex workers. I really do, because I feel like there comes a certain level of, like, freedom and courageousness that you have to, like, say, shit, this is a lucrative business. I like it. It's fun, and I'm going to make my money. Because it's like, it's as lucrative as if people wanted to be a doctor. But people, you know, it just sounds better to say you're a doctor than a porn star. So I do find, like, there is a level of freedom that Sukihana has that I admire.
And boldness, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a level of like, ooh, you know, there's a level of, especially with her being a full-figure, dark-skinned woman, I think there's a level of confidence. It's important to see, like, that I feel sexy that she has. I think, you know, as raunchy as it is, I think it's important for women to see. Because there's a lot of women that probably look like Sukihana in their own way or have a lot of her features and would never have seen themselves as sexy or sexual as she is. So I think there's a place for that.
Interesting.
It just ain't me. I ain't that. But that ain't my ministry.
Right. No, you made good points. Yeah, I think that Sukihana is Sukihana. So whenever I see her stuff, I just crack up. You know, I don't take her seriously. You know, she doing her thing. Is obviously working for her. We talking about it. Okay. You know, like, you know, again, is it something I agree with? No. You know what I'm saying? But if that's what she feel like she got to do, to put food in her kids,
y'all accepted Kevin Gates, you can accept Sukihana.
Okay,
because Kevin was freely telling y'all that he was peeing on people.
Sucking toes.
Kevin lived his best life.
But since you mentioned black masculinity and all this rappers, let's talk about Future. So Future has a new song out with, what's the guy's name? Migos, the guy Quavo, right? And of course, in his song, you know, I feel like this rapper is always throwing jabs to the good guys for whatever reason, you know. And one of the line was like, whatever, fuck Russell. Okay. Then he was like, ask Lori Harvey about the Patek. Obviously, we know that fuck Russell. Who's the Russell? Is his co-parents?
Not his co-parent. True. It is
his co-parent. That's his co-parent. Like, literally, you know.
His son's father.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's the T. Yeah. His son's father.
Son's father, son's daddy, son's everything.
Papa,
absolutely.
That's what we call him.
Yes. And for me, that really annoyed me. Because I was like, why? So you have no other line. You have nothing else to say. So me, it gives you hating on him. You mad. You mad at Russell G. You mad.
Future is mad he never got to live out his lyric. Let's not forget.
What was his lyric?
Don't forget, this is the same Future Hendrix that said, I'ma get my bitch back. Woo. It's been 8 good years later and ain't nothing wooed about it. It's almost a decade and you still wooing by yourself. At this rate, is him and Des even together? Even the little girls are leaving you alone.
They not.
Future, your era has come and gone.
And he's talking about, he would like to get married.
To whom?
To you. Who will marry you?
Whom?
Like what?
New kid on the block? Oh, he must be looking for Sexy Red, because that's about the only person who's gonna think about you now, Future.
Girl, I'm just like, why? You know, and then of course on social media, people are like, yeah, what Pluto say is law. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, go ahead, Pluto.
Pluto.
What he say is law, and it's like we are also encouraging this narrative of like, to be the good guy is not good. It's lame.
Yeah.
No, even that concept of like Russell, he's a lame guy. Tell me what you see about Russell that gives lame. He's sexy. He's
rich.
Confident. He looks good. Let's even take away the money. He speaks well. When you see him walking, are you not gonna look?
I love a clean cut man.
Exactly.
He look like he smells good. He look like he take care of good
smiles,
care of himself.
He's respectful.
He loves his mother and in turn loves his wife and daughter.
He doesn't do any lame shit online. He doesn't try to be something that he's not.
Never corny as hell.
He's not corny too.
I never seen him do no lame shit. He not dancing out here like Jason Derulo. He don't do. I'm thinking of all the classically lame shit. He don't do none of those classically lame shit.
Like he's cool.
He flexes with his money. He's one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. He bought his wife's masters. He's training your son to be a sports athlete, so he doesn't have to rap about killing people and doing drugs like you had to do.
Okay,
like I'm just confused as to. You should be happy somebody's teaching your son.
Taking care of your son. And what did you buy your son for his birthday? A watch?
Exactly.
A Rolex?
Because Bow Wow damn near taking care of your other son too. We not talking about it.
Oh, he do have another son. I forgot.
With Joy?
Yes.
Yep. So,
he got like 7 kids.
Nevadius got all these children and ain't did not one thing with him. We see, what's the boy name? Offset do all type of stuff with his kids, 5 kids. We see Nick Cannon trying to
We should see NBA young boys to acknowledge his kids.
Okay, even NBA young boy be with his kids. So, Nevadius, where are you and your 10 children?
Where?
Mario be with his kids. You said Mario.
Yeah,
you know him.
That's okay.
You know him.
He be with his 10 kids, G.
He do. Like, 2 Chainz got a show with his son. Like,
yes.
Nevadius, where are your kids? I rest.
That's a shame.
He talking about fuck Russell though.
Fuck you.
Boy, fuck you. Exactly.
How about fuck you?
It's like and then he always chooses to do it when they're celebrating. Like they just celebrated their anniversary. Here he come. Fuck Russell.
I feel like this is not even the first time he did this though.
If I was Russell, I would do a cease and desist on that song. Now what?
Okay.
And he has the money to do it, so now what?
And he got better and longer money than you.
Lot longer. A lot better. Sierra looks happy.
She looks healthy.
That body party era, the more I look at it, I'm like,
she
was she
bony.
well?
She was well.
See
how skinny she looked.
I was looking like, I looked at her when I was looking at them. I can't
she too was doing drugs because she was like, she was really into alcohol. Yeah,
she popped the perk.
Like she said, she was trying to fit into that lifestyle.
Oh, that lifestyle didn't fit her.
It wasn't for her. Like she's never been that type of girl.
She's always been like girl next door, suburban. She's always given that. So girl, everybody has their moment. Everybody fall for the hood, nigga. But
yeah.
We digress. Anyway, we love you, Russell.
Yes, we love you. We celebrate you, black man. Okay,
embrace Russell.
I need me, Jesus. I need to do a Russell prayer. Shoot.
Okay, Sierra, say your prayer again.
That's the kind of man I need.
Say it for the girls in the back.
Okay, God provide.
Anyway, all right, you guys. So let's have a little bit of